Hi everyone. Uh, Welcome back or welcome for the first time if this is your first time. I'm here live from European heat wave. So if I going to look like a mess in a few minutes, then that's just something we all have to deal with now. Um, I hope you're all doing well, and I'm happy that you all joined this stream. And in case you haven't seen it, this is the second stream, and the first stream is live on YouTube, but also, of course, on Twitch. So last week we were talking about what daily is, how daily works, and we did some added some background to a video call in daily. And today I'm going to show you a little bit different. Today I'm going to show you what else you can do with daily. You can also create live streams and recordings, and we have a something called VCS, which stands for Video Component System, where you can create custom live stream layouts and recording layouts, like adding images or text overlays or multiple cameras, things like that. Yeah, so maybe let's just get right into it. In case you saw last time, I had some issues with changing uh, between browser and uh, my code and things like that. So I changed my setup a little bit. Hopefully that this time it will go a little bit better. Um, if not, just bear with me. So today we are going to follow this blog post that Jess wrote. So this blog post is about adding text animations to daily live streams, and I'm just gonna follow this blog post and gonna walk you through this, and we can just build it together, see how this works and what we all can do. So as this blog post says, it's about displaying dynamic live stream viewer feedback using Daily's new video component system with the default compositions. And we're going to talk about what default compositions are in just a minute. So this is what we are going to try to make. And if we can't finish it today, because I'm just going to be here for an hour, then we can continue next week. But let's try it out, see if it works, and see how far we can get together. So it says here that there was a recent live stream tutorial, and it says that we looked at how to use daily video component system baseline composition to create custom multi-camera live stream layouts. And we're going to extend this example and show how to add text animations. Now that's not going to be very useful for us, since maybe you haven't seen that. So I was thinking maybe you can just start from the beginning and go through how this very first tutorial actually works, and then can also explain a little bit about the live streaming, how that works. I did prepare that. I have this little tab over here, so I'm not just making this up on the go. So this first tutorial, also written by Jess, that was a few months ago, is about customizing live stream daily pre-built video call layouts with daily VCS. This was, I think, the very first VCS blog post that we wrote. And so this is going to be a little bit more basic, a little bit easier. So that's probably the best place to start. So this video component system is really new. It is something that we've been rolling out lately and still adding stuff to it. And if you click on this, it will actually go to the guide on how to do this. It says pay as you go. That is because live stream is pay as you go, so you have to have an account where you have a credit card added. And I have that, so I will show you how that works when you have that. So what is on today's agenda? Yes, we are going to create a few new live streaming related buttons. We're updating Daily Prebuilt demo code. Daily Prebuilt demo code you can find on GitHub right here, Prebuilt UI. It's also linked right here from the blog post, so if you want to, you can just click on that. I'll also explain Prebuilt UI a little bit as we go. I think that might make sense, but let's just go through today's agenda first. We're gonna configure these buttons using the baseline composition option for custom layouts. Okay. And we're gonna add some things like adding a text overlay, adding an image overlay using PNG of our choice, and changing the layout to use picture-in-picture mode. So this is how at the end of this blog it will probably look like a little bit. So let's just get into it. So what is VCS? Okay, that's it. That's gonna be interesting because this is what we're gonna be using the whole time. So so VCS just was looking at the chat and just had a very, very good point. Like there's no extra fee for using VCS if you're already live streaming. So you're not paying for VCS, you're just paying for the live streaming. So VCS lets you update video layouts on the fly or add graphic overlays. That sounds like something we're gonna do for your live streams or recorded videos. Call hosts or broadcaster, they no longer have to fuss with an OBS setup. Yeah, there's something very fussy about OBS, especially when you have multiple audio inputs, but that's something for later. You can build an interface for a remote production team. That is nice. For multi-camera setups, and you can just move between different cameras. I wanted to show that right now, but I did not set it up. Well, maybe next time. Add animated toast animations. Oh, there it is. That's what we're aiming for for the next blog post. Maybe today, maybe next week. See how far we can get. And so it can help you quickly add simple flourishes to your WebRTC. I like that word, flourishes. Add simple flourishes to your WebRTC broadcasts. So we've heard this term a few times before, baseline composition. So that's good that Jess has explained this here. So what is it? It is a default collection of layouts and graphics features. Okay, so it's an easy way to create these different layouts that we want. Or you can have a custom layout using the custom layout option. Okay, that makes sense. In Daily.js and React Native Daily.js. That is also, by the way, interesting. I have not mentioned that in my last streams. We also have React Native. So if you want to look at that, that is also interesting. So before we had VCS, yeah, that's interesting. Before we had VCS, you could choose between basic layout options, and now you can fine-tune options. How many videos included, adding an image, etc. Yeah, well, that all makes sense right now, at least for me. So this is the very basic thing. If you already do live streaming, then you probably have seen this before. If you haven't, we're gonna go into that as well. So you have the start live streaming, and then you can set preset custom, and then you have different composition IDs and parameters, things like that. I'm not going to go into this in detail because we're all getting into that later. So if you have this bit of code, then your live stream will look like this with the text and everything. But we're going to go into running the Prebuilt UI demo locally. So that is the very first bit that we want to do is Prebuilt UI. So as I said, we have this Prebuilt UI that shows you that you can use to build from and create new things, or just learn from how we have that. It has a simple start where you can create a new room, and then you can see network stats, toggle cameras, things like that, while other people are in the call, when you're in the call. So how does the demo works? Because we need to start with that. I already cheated because I already set up some of these things, but it's works that you clone the repository or make a fork out of it, and then you just install the dependencies, and then you can run it using Netlify as well. That is something that we're gonna do. It's weird, but I already have set up, at least if you wanna, you can just deploy to Netlify with a button here and install the CLI, login, etc. So I'm just gonna go like this is way better than I had before, because if I switch between tabs, then at least you also switch between tabs. Oh, and I also want to show how what a basic person I am. I do have this as a background now, as I think half of the world. So yeah. So yeah, indeed, we are going to see a live stream in a live stream. That's going to be fun. I am also going to live stream, by the way, in my Twitch stream, but my personal Twitch stream, I'm going to use that for live streaming. So this is how Prebuilt UI looks. Yeah, there is these assets here that we're using. There is a sample env file which I have already changed for using my API key, and then there's index.js that has the basics, some CSS that will help us. It has some variable fonts as well. Not variable fonts, just CSS variables that we can use and edit, which is good. And I added one file myself, which is a variables.js, which I am not going to show because that is where I have some of my tokens and keys in that I don't want to share. I'm just going to explain how it works to create those, but I'm not going to show my keys, of course. That's what I did last time. I don't want to do that again. So let's see. It said here to run npm install. I already did that. And to run the developer server, I am going to use Netlify dev, which I simply already typed in here. Hopefully it works. It works, but it opened a tab on the wrong screen. Let me see if I can move that to here. Oh, there we go. Come on. There it is. So this is the Prebuilt UI. It's running locally right now. Sorry, I'm missing something. Okay, there it is. It's running locally right now, as you can see here. And now I can enter a room URL if I want to, or create a new room. I'm just going to show you how this looks like, what this looks like. So I can jstream.daily.co. I think my room URL was /hello. Let's hope this works. Just going to copy it in case it doesn't work. It asks for permissions. I'm not going to use my OBS thing. I'm going to use Elgato. Yeah. I locked the room, so I have to fix that later. But that is because we need to have a. I don't know if we need a private room, but I made it private so that you all don't join my room. I'm sorry that the white background light up your room. I'm sorry about that. I will make it black for next time, or maybe I can do it right now. Hold on, let's see. Everything is so what do you have here? This is just this is a container div. Okay, we can make it black. That is background color. No, that is not a container div. Is it? Light gray. We'll make it dark blue. It's way better. Yeah, that doesn't look good, but we'll keep it like that for now. I like playing around with CSS, but it's probably not the best use of our time right now. Anyway, let's go back. Where were we? So we are running the pre-built demo locally. So if you want to have a fully working version of this demo, you can use the VCS live streaming branch already. That is part of the pre-built UI, but we're not gonna do that because that's cheating, and then the stream would be over right now, and that's not a lot of fun. So setting up a daily account. I've already set up a daily account. I showed that last time. If you have not set up a daily account, I really recommend doing so. Live streaming is pay as you go, but a lot of the other features that there are free. Using pre-built UI is free. Well, as free as it can be for the first 10,000 minutes. But we have the dashboard right here, which is where you can see that we have this room here that I created. Let's see, what else do we need to do? So, and it says getting an RMTP URL to use in the demo. So we'll be looking at live streaming with IVS today. We're not gonna look at that IVS today. We're gonna look at Twitch today. We're gonna do Twitch and Twitch. So there is an RMTP URL that you need for live streaming. You can get that from different places, but we have an explanation about how this works right here in our live streaming guide. So there's these guides, and we have a lot of different products. One of them is live streaming and recording. And if you go into the live streaming guide, it will explain to you how this works. It explains you some of the terms like an encoder and a transcoder and HLS streams. We're not going to go into that right now. But this is how live stream works. A person with live streaming permission joins a video call. That is what I've done. That person starts a live stream. It encodes an RMTP stream. Here's that word again, that acronym again. The encoder starts to send the RMTP stream to the transcoder. The transcoder begins transcoding the RMTP string into an HLS stream, and viewers around the world watch the stream live. And that is all you. There is a delay of 3 to 20 seconds, so that's why I might be delayed a little bit on your chat. But anyway, that's how it is. It doesn't really say what RMTP stands for, and now I'm kind of curious. Do we have it somewhere? No, I'm just gonna Google RMTP now. Real-time messaging protocol. That kind of makes sense. Just like the RT and RTC, WebRTC stands for real-time. Okay, so let's go down a little bit. Where were we? We are going to look for RMTP URL. RMTP. RTMP. Have I been saying RMTP? RTMP. We're going to look for the RTMP. Is that in daily live streaming maybe? Listening, creating a live streaming app. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so an RTMP URL value made from the transcoder ingest URL and stream key. So the transcoder's ingest URL and the stream key are typically available on the account dashboard. Combine the two into an RTMP value, RTMP URL value, and it will pass into start live streaming. So account dashboard, that means kind of like the Twitch account dashboard. I'm not going to show you that because I don't want to show you my stream key. But if you, for example, Google Twitch RTMP URL, which I did today, then you get the Twitch ingest recommendations. And then you can see that this is the RTMP URL for Europe Amsterdam 2, and then you add the stream key at the end of this. There's a lot of other stuff. So now you know that I'm near Amsterdam. Not in Amsterdam, by the way. So let's go back to the code. Or not the code, the demo here. We will be coding soon. Where are we? Here, live streaming. Oh, I need to go back, of course. Oh, customize live stream. Yeah, here it is. So we need the RTMP URL to use in the demo that we have. I have it in my variables file, and creating an owner meeting token to start a live stream. To start a live stream of a daily call, you will need an owner meeting token. You can create the following your curl command. So here you have the curl command, and then you have to change the API key that you can find here in developers. I'm also not going to show you that because then you have my API key, and then I need to create something new. And then you say you get the properties is owner. You send that in the data. If you just copy this, or what is copy that and then change that, it should be fine. Okay, so let's go back into this. Jump into updating the demo code. So what we want to do is add a few buttons related to live streaming in the index.html file and a few functions in the index.js file to handle click events for new live streaming buttons. So this is how the app UI currently looks, only now we have a dark blue background. I think I need to remove it. Maybe I'll, no, well, I'm gonna revert it. I'm sorry if you close your eyes or something, or make sure that your neighbors are not gonna be bothered by the light gray background. Here it is again. Okay, so we have this. It is almost the same. If you click on, it is the same. So if you click on enter my room URL, you have this exactly the same. From the home screen, we want to join a room that is from a paid account to give us access to live streaming. Once the room URL is entered, you can click join room. We will be brought to the in-call UI. But we need, let me just go down a little bit where we can add these things, but then we need a public room. So let's just show you first how to add a token to your call frame. So last time we showed you the call frame, which is right now here in this in the main in the index.js, and it says here that you can, when you do call frame.join, you can share a token. You can also add it in the as a query parameter in the home screen's URL input. So what we showed here, you can also do that as a query parameter, but it's probably better for us right now to add this token that it has here. So let's go back and find the join function. So here we have call frame.join. Is that the only part? No, let's just put them in both. So this is in the create room and start. We're not gonna create a room and start, but we're gonna do it here in the join call. We have the URL, we have the show leave button, and then we have a token, and add your token here. And now I have kind of forgotten what I called it. I think I called it room token. Let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, then I have to do something a little bit off screen. Refresh this for you, and then join room. Will this work? Are you ready to join? Yes, I'm ready to join. there it is. Now we are able to join a private room by just giving this room token that I created with the curl commands that I showed before. So with this, let's go back a little bit. With this one, if you use that, then you can it returns you a token, and with that token you add that here, and that works. Then you can so you can also programmatically create these and add them when you create a new room and things like that. Okay, so we've done that. So let's go down a little bit. We have, let's see, from a home screen we want to join a URL that's from a beta account. So we are now here, which is hello, which is almost the same as this, except that Jess here has herself as well there, but we don't have that yet. We could do it if we just copy this again. We'll be brought to the in-call UI after joining the data room. On the right side, we'll see a control panel with buttons like toggle camera that will programmatically make updates to the daily call you're currently in via Daily.js. So I can toggle my camera, I can toggle my mic, I can share my screen, expand to full screen, hide my local video. Wait. That is if you are with more people. And then toggle other participants in speaker view. Well, we don't have more participants, so we'll leave it like this. My timer set, you should drink, so I'm drinking a little bit. It's slowly getting warm. I don't look disgusting yet, so let's hope it stays like that. I'm also not gonna turn on my air conditioning because that thing makes a lot of noise. Okay, back. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. So let's go back here. We're gonna add a few more live streaming specific buttons. We're gonna add start live streaming, apply custom VCS settings, and stop live streaming. A note for myself is to change the selection background color on this, because that would be nice. It would be much nicer if you can actually read it if you select things. Our goal is to start a live stream via start live streaming with custom options, but let's go down. Okay, so we want to start live streaming, we want to update live streaming, but let's create these buttons that we were talking about before. Start live streaming, apply custom VCS settings, and stop live streaming. Now, here it is, properly indented. We're adding the following elements to the bottom of the call controls div. Where is it? Call controls div. There it is. All the way to the bottom. Am I now in the div? Yes, I'm in the div. Okay. Just adding this. I need to turn on auto indent for some reason. It's not doing it. That is for the next live stream. Note to self again. Make it pretty. So start live streaming. Okay, let's see how this looks. Hopefully it looks pretty already. If I refresh, enter room URL, it's just very useful that it's already there. Join room. Yes, I'm ready to join. It looks pretty. Start live streaming, apply custom VCS. So it's the same styling as the buttons above. It has a couple of functions that we don't have yet. So there's a start live streaming function, there's an update live streaming function, and a stop live streaming function. So we are gonna need to create those. And it's probably I just wanted to do it myself, but let's just go back to the blog. It also says here, related click handlers. We see the buttons, and that's it for HTML. Updating a demo JavaScript. So starting a live stream with Daily's baseline composition enabled. First step is to start a live stream with providing our demo app with the owner meeting token that we created earlier. We'll do this by setting the token option in our join call, like so. Well, we already did that, so we can ignore this. Why am I reading this? Almost like I'm not completely here. I'm sorry. So you might be wondering what that global call frame variable being used here is. Well, we've talked about that last week, but as it says, it's an instance of the daily iframe class. So we can define the start live streaming click handler function by being used by start live streaming button. This will call daily start live streaming instance method. Okay, so this is where the fun begins. I'm not saying that HTML is not fun, but we've done that before. So I'm just gonna put it all the way to the bottom. And here we have it. So start live streaming. It has the RNTP URL. It has call frame start live streaming. Yeah. So it has call frame.start live streaming. It has the RNTP URL, and it has a custom preset which says that means that you have to use VCS. It has to use VCS. Composition params. So this says that we want to show the participant labels. And here, optional session assets must be included in start live streaming, even if they aren't used until an update live streaming call. Session asset image must be a PNG. Okay, so if you want to have an image like a splash screen, or you want to have something pop up or anything, you have to load everything when you're going to start live streaming. That is actually pretty nice, because then it also doesn't really load while you're doing live streaming. And can you imagine just having like this broken image trying to float around or something? That's not good. So we have the session assets, and this is called, I clicked on it and it opened somewhere, and hopefully I didn't break anything. Oh, okay. So this is called images/daily logo, and the logo is probably just the daily logo itself. It's a square logo that we're going to use later to show you how it works. So let's go back here. Oh, I'm going to do something off screen, because I said that I have this RNTP thing in my variables. So I'm just going to quickly move my screen a little bit so you don't see it. Okay, so I'm going into my variables file right now. And of course I just called it RNTP URLs, because that makes a lot of sense. Hopefully you're going to catch that. If you want to catch a frame, then you can do it. I'm just going to clean out all this later. Just called it RNTP URL, so I can just do this. Okay, so before I continue, I just want to look at the chat for a second to see if there's any questions right now about me. Let's see. Oh, a lot of things. Can recommend a Fernando air circulator, quiet, powerful, effective. I'm a fan of this fan. Well, that is something I might take that, but I am not sure how air circulators work, if it really is cooling things. I have this thing with a huge tube that goes outside of my window. Yeah. And now there's a question, are you live streaming from a daily room? So this thing is not actually a daily room, so I'm actually live streaming using OBS right now. And that is because I want to show you later, not today, but in a stream later, how I can create that OBS setup using Daily. So I just gonna copy paste the OBS into copy paste it into VCS, something like that. Probably be very easy, very quick. It's just gonna be something a hobby project that I wanted to do, and now I have the time for it, or the excuse to do it. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Where were we? So we have this. We need actual RTMP URL option. That's what we added. Here is how it looks on AWS, which is interesting. It has a stream key and an ingest server. I wanted to do it with AWS, but AWS were like, oh, you have to create an account that you have to pay for, and I just didn't want to do that. Probably did something wrong, so I just used my Twitch thing. So we're setting the layout of preset option to custom to access VCS. Okay, that's what I said. We're using the video settings show participants label option under composition parameters to show the participant's name in the live stream. And we're providing a link to a daily logo under layout.session assets, which will allow us to overlay that image on our live stream feed. Yeah. At this point, we started our live stream, but we're not really taking advantage of the baseline composition options other than the participant's name. Okay, so let's confirm that our live stream is working. So if you want, you can see me go live on my private Twitch, hopefully, if everything works as intended. So let's see. I've never gone live on my private Twitch, so I'm offline. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm offline. What am I going to do? I'm going to go to the Daily Prebuilt demo. I'm gonna refresh this. I don't want to create a new room. Just gonna quickly join the room before it goes any further. Okay, good. Join. Okay, there I am. And then I can say start live streaming. And now is it doing something? It says offline. Oh, there I am. Oh, crap. Okay. I forgot that I did not make the stop live streaming thing yet. So I need to log out. Oh, crap. I need to go to a private window and log in. Or maybe I should just quickly... Hi, if anybody is watching, I'm doing something on the daily_co Twitch. And I'm trying to do 2 live streams at the same time. So I'm gonna remove this video later in case you're watching. You should be watching the daily_co live stream. Anyway, just gonna quickly create the stop streaming function. So let's go to. I'm just gonna guess how this works. Stop live streaming. I actually never wrote this before, so I'm just gonna guess that it is stop live streaming, and maybe that's it. Nah, that's probably not the right thing. But I'm going to check anyway. So update. No, we're not updating it. We're gonna stop live streaming. Oh, it is that. Okay, good. Refresh. Enter room URL. Do we have any viewers? We have 1 viewer, which is myself. Okay. I am ready to join. And I say stop live streaming. Wait, do I have to start live streaming first before I can stop it? Oh boy. It doesn't do anything. Why isn't it doing anything? Stop live streaming is not defined. I did define it though. Should I copy paste it? What is happening here? Okay, let's try it again. Start live streaming. Error has occurred while live streaming. Am I offline now? Oh, okay. Okay. So, wait, what happened? Okay. My guess is here. I'm still live, right? Yes. Okay. I was kind of concerned that I might not be live. My guess is here. If I start a live stream that's already started, then it's stopping. Probably live stream started, live stream stopped. Let me just start live stream. Okay, live stream started. Stop live stream. Stop. Why does it keep saying that stop live streaming is not defined? Can I just click start live streaming again to just stop it? No. I'm so sad. Okay, let's see what we have here. Stop live streaming. Did I just... Oh, I put it in start live stream. Oh, I'm... Okay. There it is. Okay. I feel better now. Does this work? No. I felt so stressed for a second. I don't know why. I don't like it when things don't go my way. Okay, so I say start live streaming. And then I say stop live streaming. Yes! Finally. Okay. At least this was easy, if I wrote it correctly. Okay, so well, we haven't really looked into if it was actually working with my label, but next time. We're first gonna add some new settings to the... Sorry that I'm keep going back and forth. So we're gonna go into this part. So it looks like we're now at 45 minutes. So I'm probably just gonna add this, and then we're gonna move into the how to add like the whole animated text and everything to the next time. But I think we've gotten pretty far in just 45 minutes. But we're gonna add like the daily logo and everything, and just gonna show you how update live streaming works and how picture in picture works. So we have a function called update live streaming, and that has all these composition parameters. So it has mode picture in picture, which I will look into later what it does. Show image overlay. You apparently have to set that to true to get the image that we assigned before. Then there's a text overlay where you can have these nice font family fonts and a text, and these are all the positions and sizes and everything. But I'm just gonna copy this first, which is better if I just do the copy button there. I'm gonna paste it right in between start and stop because I like having that. And I'm gonna first look into what picture in picture means. So there's all these composition params. So we have all the composition params options documented in the start live streaming docs. Okay. So here is start live streaming docs, and here you have all the options that you can do with start live streaming. And these are all the basics that you have here: background colors, setting the frame rate, things like that. And then you have custom, which allows for custom layouts. See below, which is a link that doesn't do anything because I already clicked on it, of course, before. And then we have custom video layouts with VCS baseline composition. So this is the layout that you can set. So you have a single full screen video, splits, show the first two participants side by side, show up to 20 videos in a grid layout, show the active speaker in a large pane on the left with additional video thumbnails on the right, and then show the, I clicked on things, show the active speaker in a full screen with the first participant inlaid in a corner. The default is grid. So we have set this to picture in picture, but we only have one speaker right now. So let's go back into here. So we have the picture in picture. We're gonna show that later. Do the grid first, and then we're gonna show the image overlay first. That's probably the easiest to see. So you have the image has image star properties. Do we have those somewhere? Image dot. There it is. Image dot. Now you have the asset's name and the position. So the position has options like top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and we have set it to bottom left. We have an aspect ratio, and the aspect ratio, well, it says, I think what it says, it is what it says, but aspect ratio, the default is 1.778. Our image is square, so the aspect ratio is 1. You can also do this by calculating it through some JavaScript stuff, I guess, but we know what the aspect ratio is for this image. Then we have opacity. It's nice to set the opacity to something a little bit transparent, just so that you can still see the video. And then there's a height VH and a margin VH. And we have different ways to set heights and margins. So there's I always type height wrong, and there's always a difference. Wait. Did we change this? Has it changed to height GU and we haven't updated the documentation, the blog post yet? That could be it. Note to self, update the blog post if that's necessary. Let's just look at what this, how this works, because let's just Google height VH or Google search height VH and see if anything comes up. There's nothing. So I think we updated it. Oh. And it's using grid units. By default, one grid unit is 1/36 of the small dimensions of the viewport. Okay. I don't know how big that is. So one grid unit is 1/36 of the smaller dimensions of the viewport. For example, 20 pixels in a 2080 by 7020 screen. Okay, so as a VH is 100, this is 1/36. Okay. I'm just gonna put the default here, 2.5, and the margin VH, margin. Okay, so the height GU is 12 and the default is 1.5. Let's just put in the default, and margin is 1.5. I don't need to put in default, but then at least we can check if it's okay, what we want. Okay, so we're back here. We have created something pretty. Okay, so I'm looking into the chat and just said that the units were updated to use grid units, but the older ones will still work. Okay, no, I've gone so far now. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna show you how this works. Should I make this better? Like this? Okay. So we can now do start live streaming. Oh, I'm going back to my twitch.tv/chain. Here we go again. Am I still live here? No, luckily I'm not. I have 2 followers. I did not know people were followed people that didn't do anything. Okay, so start streaming. Let's go back here. Just waiting. Am I going online? Hopefully I'm going online. Here I am, I'm online. And then just going to click on this so I can see myself, and then say apply custom VCS layout. Checking the console if it did anything. It's not saying anything. Not sure if it did anything. I also don't see my own label, by the way. Am I doing something wrong? This is weird. Let me check. So composition params, that is set correctly. Session assets, that is set correctly. Apply custom VCS, that's not doing anything. Did I put it somewhere in the wrong place again? Let's just go to the debugger. So are we coming here? Yes. Okay. At least we're getting in here. That is something. Composition params, show image overlay. This is all working as we want, I think. This is really big, by the way. I didn't update to GU. Is that the issue? That can't be the issue. Apply custom VCS layout. I want it to work. Oh, I have a viewer. Oh, that's me again. Okay, let me just stop the live streaming and see if anything. Okay, I have stopped. Okay, see if anything is wrong here. Let me just update this first. Maybe remove this here. Okay. Preset custom. Composition params. Have I forgotten anything? Someone in the chat knows if I have forgotten anything. Daily logo. Asset name daily logo? Or should it be images/daily logo? Let me check. Asset name. Overlay.png. Is this when? Sorry. Sets the overlay image. Is the image actually available? That is a good question. Maybe it's not because it's HTTPS and I'm local. That might be an issue. Can I have to use maybe if I just use this GitHub logo, can we use a local image for assets? Did I add show image overlay? Is that the thing? I did show image overlay. Has to be a hosted link. Okay. That is the issue then, probably. But then wouldn't it complain? You know what? Let's go back for a second and see if this works. Let's see if the text overlay works before I'm gonna debug the image. Maybe just remove this for a second. Okay, so let's just see if that works first. Refresh a couple of times. Always refresh a couple of times just to make sure it refreshed properly. That's always what I do. It's not necessarily at all. So I'm live again. Well, not right now. It doesn't look like I'm live. It will. I will become live. There is. That's me. Apply custom VCS layout. That works. Okay. So that's weird. It is pretty fun, by the way. But I'm just gonna make this comic because why not? Is it? Is it? Do we have Comic Sans on Mac? Never mind. So there was something else that was wrong here. So removing this, maybe. Oh, I haven't stopped it, have I? No. Well, that's fine. Am I live again? Or did I kill myself again? That's not the most flattering. Oh, there I am. Apply custom VCS layout. Now it works. It was the images folder thing, I guess. I'm not sure why. So I need to figure out what happens there, but I won't do it in this stream. I will figure it out later. And one thing more I want to show is this picture-in-picture. Okay, so the text overlay has like a line horizontal, a line vertical, it's right bottom. Offset X is -20, so that's sort of a minus margin. Then the font family, and here you can put in anything, of course, and then it just makes it pretty. And then we have the picture-in-picture mode. So I am going to join my own call. Can I do it here? I think I can do it here. Otherwise I have to join a private room, and I'm not really fond of doing that. Oh, here, copy URL, join room. I still don't want OBS virtual camera. I don't know why you're always asking me that. So here we have me and me. There's so many versions of me on your screen right now. I'm so sorry that you have to look at all those me's. Are we live? Are we live? Am I again in a less flattering? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm okay. So this is how it would normally look. It has the nice name here now, and then you can say apply custom VCS layout, and then let's see. Oh, there it is. So here I am, and here I am, and there is things, and there is the daily logo which is pretty big, but I'm not gonna change it. But yeah, so this is how it works. You can of course create something yourself that makes a sort of a preview about how it would look without having before you can apply custom VCS layout. But we'll dig into that sometime later. I'm happy that it worked, and I'm sad that I haven't been able to get all the way into. Oh, I'm just stopping stream. Okay. I'm sad that we haven't been able to get into this dynamic live stream thing, this part. But that is for the next time, and then I'm just gonna go dig deeper into VCS and show you a trick or two about what you can make. I hope you all enjoyed this. So, if you wanna check out the code, it's in the blog. We also have a VCS simulator. Fastest way you see what you can do with baseline composition is to test our different options with VCS simulator. So this is our, no, not OBS. This is our VCS simulator where you can check out how things work. If you want to add more participants, then you can say, I want to make this person dominant, but that's only works pretty well when you have a dominant grid. So then you can make this person dominant, or that person, or me, or that. You can change some names here and there. Not really sure what that's doing right now. Probably because I have not added show participant labels. And all the different options are right here. So if you want to test out the different sizes, something that I should have been doing, then you can use it here. So these are some of the fonts you can use. There's a lot of different options. You can even set up the output so that it's either square or 16:9 or that. You can pause videos. For example, if you do this, then I'm gone. Toggle screen share. There's quite a bit of things you can do with VCS. Oh, that's pretty. Enable auto opening slate. Shown immediately when the stream starts, goes away automatically. To preview the slates, click stop and then restart. Nice. So that's kind of what I did when I go into my starting soon screen, like this one. But yeah, this was a lot of debugging, of course. Just like last time, which is always, it is part of doing coding, debugging stuff. I'm just gonna kill some video things before my house gets blown up by the heat. Yeah, debugging is part of it. It's always like that. Not really sure what happened with the images, but I just need to take a look at that after this stream. Maybe update some code, or maybe I just made a typo somewhere, which could be the case. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep you all here longer. This was thank you for being here. Sorry we didn't get to the thing that I actually said we were gonna do. That's how it goes sometimes. That's the part of live streaming. You don't really know what you get until you're actually doing this. So yeah, want to thank you all for being here. Hope you can join next week when we are going to add the text animations. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I always wanted to say that. Like, subscribe, do things. It will also be published to YouTube soon. And we're looking for developers. We are looking for a lot of different roles. So check out our job board on daily.co. And hopefully see you next week. Thank you so much. I will stick around for a minute or two in the chat. So if you have any questions, just use the chat. All right. Thank you very much. Bye bye.